The Culture Show asked writer and producer Ed Burns to give us a masterclass in making kick-ass TV.
Hi, my name is Ed Burns, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about how to make cult TV. You make a film for the person or persons who you're depicting. So in The Wire, we're making the film for the addicts, the cops. That's our audience. In Generation Kill, it was for the Marines.
See anything, Garza?
Something at 1 o'clock.
1455's at 1 o'clock. 2 clicks.
Hitman, this is Hitman 2-1. Enemy contact, 4 T-55s, 1 o'clock, 2 clicks. How
Garza, contact right. Enemy close almost 4 o'clock, 3 enemies by the river. This is Hitman 2-1, roger that.
Now, the trick here is to have something that this particular audience will identify with. And that becomes a permission slip. And I'll give you an example. In The Wire, when Bubbles took a cop who was going undercover, and the cop was very proud of the fact that he had scruffed down his beard and he had done all these things. But to the expert, to the junkie, that's not enough.
Let me see the shoes, man. See? You walking down them alleys of the projects, man, you stepping on the dead soldiers.
Dead soldiers?
Yeah, empty vials. You can't walk down the Baltimore streets without that shit cracking underneath your feet. You wanna know if a fiend for real? Check the bottom of his shoes.
And these little tidbits gives it such authenticity that the bigger drama becomes even more significant because you can believe who these people are. When you're sitting down creating a character, say an Omar Little, you can create that character in your head with the certainty that if you're willing to sit in the casting room for long enough, Omar will walk into the room.
Are you the man with them jumbo sixes?
How many you fucking want?
Take about 3 or 400.
Hey,
All in the game, yo. All in the game.
There's a little bit more risk coming, but also quite a payoff if you're willing to go at certain times to people who are not actors. One of my favorite experiences on the Wire was to meet Felicia Parsons, AKA Snoop. It was basically her story on screen. What she was able to do, not only was she able to transform herself, but she was able to transform the actors around her.
you good?
Yeah, man. Man said if you want to shoot nails, this is the Cadillac, man. He made Lexus, but he ain't know it.
It's the same thing in Generation Kill with Rudy Reyes. Rudy was the one character, in my experience as a writer, that I knew we couldn't cast. He was too Zen-like, he was too physical. And we sat in the casting room and we watched people come in who were very Zen-like, but not physical, or very physical, but not Zen-like. And then one day, the real Rudy Reyes came in and read for his part. And he was the one.
You know, it doesn't make you gay if you think Rudy's hot. We all think he's hot. Jesus, you're beautiful.
Actually, I'm going to hell out here. Back home, all I eat is sushi and vegetables. The nutrition here is garbage. You know, I think Sheree and I are going to move to San Francisco. There's no fat people there.
I strongly recommend the idea of say it once and move on. As a writer, in this type of subject matter, be it the streets of Baltimore or the battlefields of Iraq, you're trying to tell a story that doesn't become stereotyped or demeaning of the people who you're telling the story about.
Stay frosty, gents.
Hey!
What do you got?
I just waved at an Iraqi, and he waved back. That was cool.
Good, Garza. Be magnanimous.
What the fuck does that mean?
Lofty and king-like.
Hey, buddy, it's 10 in the morning. Don't you think you ought to change
keep it real means to put flesh on the bones of the character, to give them a dimension that is human. In the relationship between McNulty and Bunk, Bunk looked like the loyal Tonto type sidekick, a character that he's always dependable, he was always there. And we let that go along. And then all of a sudden you see him sitting on a toilet, drunk, you know, with a woman that's not his own. And you go, whoa, what happened?
Bunk, it's Jimmy. What the fuck? Bunk, wake the fuck up. Bunk, wake up.
And that's the trick, is to make them people. That's the great joy, is to have that kind of latitude to keeping it real.